Hello again. We are back with another segment of building a clear online presence. I am Ebony Rose. I am a social media consultant and strategist, and I am here to help you build a clear online presence this whole month. I am talking about different topics that will hopefully help you with building a clearer online presence. So far, we've talked about why your content feels scattered, posting versus communicating, what to post when you feel like you have nothing new to post. And today we are talking about why your message may feel like it's not landing. Like, why isn't it hitting? Why isn't it reaching people? You have all these things that you could be doing to get your content to reach to other people. And it's a lot of things, right? It can be accumulation of a lot of things of why your message is not landing. For me, I believe you need to believe in your message. You need to come across as somebody who is relatable, that somebody wants to actually stop, click, and listen to. We hear it all the time about you have to have a hook. You have to have, maybe some good music, clear lighting, all those things. We hear that all the time, right? So you need to understand also the backside to it, the analytics. You could have a lot of views. Some people say, oh my gosh, I had like over like 300 people view this. Why do I only have like one like? You have to understand your analytics. So that's my first tip. You have to understand your analytics. You have to understand, what it is people are looking for, right? And there are so many like YouTube videos out there, courses that you can take to kind of like figure out analytics and understand what it is that you need to do to position yourself in a place where people are actually going to listen, engage, like, and share your content, because ultimately that is what we want, right? That is what we are desiring from people. We want it to be seen and not felt, or felt but not just seen, right? We want people to feel what we are saying. We want people to connect with what we are saying. People connect to people being real, right? People connect to, us being vulnerable sometimes. And I'm not saying that you have to you know, like tell your whole story. I'm not saying that, but people like to hear like what brought you to where you are now. What did it take? What steps did you take? What did you go through? Give me some hope, right? They want to know, like, okay, you went through all that and you did all this, and I'm trying to go the same path that you did. Now what, right? So we need to give them something that they can feel, that we need to give them something that they resonate with, right? A lot of people say that, oh, this resonated with me. That's ultimately what we want. We want our content to resonate with our audience, right? We don't want to talk too broadly. We want to get straight to the point. Don't beat around the bush. Do not give them fluff. Like, get to the point, get to what they want to hear, right? So this is probably why your message is not landing. Now, on the flip side, I do agree that you need to have good lighting, right? You need to have a good background. Like, you need to look like you belong in this space, right? You need to look like you know what you're doing. You need to sound like you know what you're talking about, because people are going to gravitate towards the confidence that exudes through the screen from you, right? They're not going to come if you seem timid, or if you're fidgeting, with your equipment, or if you're, just not confident, right? They're going to be able to tell that you're not confident, that you don't know what you're talking about, or maybe you do know what you're talking about, but you may not be comfortable doing this face to face with them on social media, right? They're going to be able to see through all that. So there are classes for all of this, right? I teach this with my own clients, how to be comfortable in front of the screen, right? What to have behind you, what type of lighting to have, cleaning off your camera, all of these things encompass a good way to have your message land, right? And then you go into the behind the scenes side, where you can use certain hashtags, or you can use creator insights on TikTok and Instagram and all those different things, right? You can utilize all those things. But if you're someone that's just coming into this world, you are brand new, you're not going to know any of that other stuff, right? So we want to make sure that you start off with being confident with yourself, getting you to a point where you can be confident and it exudes through your screen. Practice recording yourself. I have done this so many times, and I go back and I watch and I listen to myself. I still do it to this day. I go back and I watch myself and I say, okay, I move my hands too much or I do this. Sometimes I don't really care about it because I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm trying to get my message across, right? But my point is, you should record yourself and practice and re-watch yourself, right? Because you want to make sure that you come across as a professional, especially when you're talking about, if you're a business owner and you want to do something like this, you need to come across as professional. You have to be able to slow yourself down so you can speak clearly, so you can get your words out, so people can understand what you're saying. There's a whole bunch of things. There's a whole list of things that I can give you, a whole list of tips that I can give you as to why your message may not be landing the way you want it to land, right? So start off with your visual. Start off with how you're speaking and give them tools and tips, right? Make it easier for them to digest. Make them understand what you're saying. Give them, if you're talking about, of how you came to be where you are, give them the story and then give them a now what. Because if they're missing that, okay, now what? They're not going to know what to do, right? So give them an action plan. Give them steps to make their life easier, right? We want them to keep coming back. We want our content to be easy to digest. And I've said this before, this is why I keep my videos short. You know, people's attention span is not always there. They don't want to sit and listen to like an hour long video or hour long podcast. They want it like, quick. But it's value, it's impactful. They can take this and they can bring it back to whoever, whether it's their team, whether it's their own brand, themselves. They can take their notes. Make your message easier to grasp. Okay, don't use all these big words, and if that's not normally how you would talk, be yourself. Be yourself. Make your message easier to grasp, and go on YouTube and check out what it is that you can do to enhance your videos and your content. It's out there for everybody to use. It's out there for everybody to be a part of, and that can help your message land in a bigger way. So that's all I have for today. Please like and subscribe to this video. I would greatly appreciate it. And leave a comment below. Let me know if this helped you. Let me know if you shared it, if you're going to share this. Ask your questions. I'm always here, and you can visit my website and go to the Work With Me tab and book your consultation if that's something that you want to do. And I have courses on there. I have a program up there that is like closing out this week, so make sure you get in now if that's what you want to do. Let's see if we are a good fit, and we will get you started and get you going to where you need to go. So I'll see you all tomorrow at 1 p.m. Take care.